Hey everybody, good morning. Hey, welcome back. Welcome to our flow practice this morning. We've got, I think, about 8 minutes or so until we get started. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do not have access to do the live chat, and so I'm just saying one big, beautiful good morning to everybody. You guys can obviously live chat with each other, and we'll get started right at 10 o'clock. And if anybody's on that has my cell phone, if you want to text me and let me know that the audio is sounding okay and coming through clear, that would be helpful. I can get that here on my Apple Watch. And so I shared with you guys yesterday that we are going to hope to come to you live from a remote location. So here we are on the balcony of this beautiful property with some friends of ours, and we just really got out of town so that our son can play with his best friend. So they're having a great time and just flying around, just some open space and land where they can be kids. I know a lot of kids, a lot of parents, more about the kids, but they've been so tied up during all of this, and it's really important. We felt, even though we don't do it all the time, but it was just a great opportunity to, allow him to get out of that confinement. Even though we have space, I know people are in much tighter quarters too, and then you add two kids or three kids or four kids, but to let them and get out, it's just been so great to see their smiles and to watch them play. So that's what we're doing, and that's why we're here. And we've got this beautiful setting to share some practices from. We started last night with our detox practice, and so far so good. The signal seems to be working and is strong enough to get the class out to everybody. So I hope you enjoy it. All right, looks like you guys are joining okay. So I hope everybody can hear me and the audio quality is working out for everyone. We'll get started in 2 minutes, right at 10 o'clock. We have a flow practice today. And as always, I encourage you to listen to your body. Take breaks if you need to. All right, once you're ready, go ahead and lie down onto your back, please. And start in Shavasana with your legs straight and your arms by your sides. And feel the hips, especially if you were here for the detox lunges last night. And feel your hips. And in either case, check in with your body. Scan your body for sensations starting down in your feet and working your way all the way up to your head. You see where you're feeling this morning. And we'll keep building on this basis we started last evening with our practice of accepting where we are. As much motivation and drive and curiosity you may have in your mind to strategize and to move yourself into the future and get yourself excited about where you're going, and to deepen our practice and to acknowledge and to accept where we are. And so as things appear, if it has anything to do in trying to project you out into the future, we can call the breath as our tool, our mind's focus on the breath, and to bring us back to the moment. Even if that means you're feeling a posture very intensely, I encourage you to stay with it. Of course, make modifications if you need to. And a lot of times the reason why you would leave your mat is because the mind projected and attached itself to something out in the future. If you can stay here, and then we can build a practice, and you could practice for an hour, you could practice for 90 minutes, you could practice for 2 hours. You just keep coming back to the breath the entire time. And bend your legs, please, so your feet are flat. Take your arms over your head. Give yourself a half body, so upper body stretch. Little yawn. Feel your shoulders as you reach out, and then bring both knees into your chest, hands onto your shins. And keep the low back as flat as you can. Rock yourself a little bit from side to side. And draw to this breath. Roll over onto your right side. And use your left hand. Come around into a child's pose. And soften the elbows down this morning. Find a place to rest your forehead. And see if you can get really quiet here. The beginning stages, tracing your breath with your mind, the feeling of your breath, the sound of your breath, the movement of your breath. early stages as you start to wake up this morning with your practice. Next time you take a breath in, rise up to all fours. And shoulders over your wrist, bring your knees underneath your hips. Keep the jaw soft so your bottom lip is softly touching your top lip. And breathe in through your nose, drop your belly, and send your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, and pull your belly in and up. Inhale to extend, drop the belly, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, keep the lips sealed and soft. Inhale to extend. Exhale, round the spine and squeeze. Inhale to a flat back, tuck your toes. And exhale, use your legs, press back into a downward facing dog. And now you can begin to lengthen your inhale, slow down your exhale so your breath cycle gets longer. Feel the lift of the breath on the inhalation, and so whatever part of your body is highest to the sky, in this case your bum and down dog, so feel the lift into your bum as you inhale. And then firm into the foundation, feel the draw, the support of your muscles, and the release of your mind as you exhale. And lift the heels up, look forward. Little bend to your knees. Go ahead and walk your feet all the way up to your hands. No rush. Bring your big toes together. Interlace the fingers on the nape of your neck, so the back of your head. And take a deeper breath. You might lift a quarter of the way up. And then as you exhale, drop it all the way back down. Feel your feet, inner thigh support. Any amount of stretch in the back body. Slide your hands back down onto the mat. As you inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, tuck your chin, forehead to your knees like cat pose. Inhale to rise, stand up, arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale to rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. And breathe in, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. And plant the hands, step back into your high plank, and take 3 breaths in your plank. And do that body scan again in your 3 breaths, and from your feet all the way through the crown of your head. Your belly draws firm, keep the jaw soft. On your exhale, bend your arms, lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, roll your heart up, baby cobra, elbows in. Exhale, lay your chest back down onto the mat. And tuck your toes, lift your knees, take an inhale. As you exhale, press up to plank and lift your hips into downward facing dog. Now see how you feel if you notice a difference in sensations and from the right side of the body versus the left side of the body. And ground evenly into your hands, lift your heels up and bend your knees. Exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine like cow. Exhale, forward fold like cat. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach the arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, bow your chin. Inhale, arms up, firm your belly in. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the length in your spine. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank, high push-up. And feel your hands, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths. And feel your legs press the mat away, tailbone high. Stay with it. Bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, 2 big steps to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up. Reach your arms, bend. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach for the sky. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Let's go. Plant the hands, step back, high plank, high push-up. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower chaturanga flow. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And draw with your belly, keep your left foot down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Gaze forward, step your right foot all the way through. Lower the left knee down. Circle your right arm up into a twist. With your left knee down, slide your hips forward. Right shoulder away from your ear. Turn your top hand, pinky finger forward. And then lift a breath into the right side. Sweep your right hand back, gaze in both hands down onto the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee, and feel your left leg straight. And take a long breath, lengthen your gaze forward. And exhale, straighten your front leg, forehead to your knee. Inhale, come back to your lunge, bend your front leg, look forward. Exhale, straighten your leg, forehead to your knee. One more. Inhale, bend the leg, look forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, forehead to the knee. Inhale, back to your lunge, set your hands flat, and step back into a down dog, right heel heavy. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose, step your left foot all the way through. Take your right knee down. Right hand flat, reach your left arm up and over your head. And feel the extension opening the left side of your chest. Twist the pinky finger in. And feel the hips heavy, draw with your belly. And relax the jaw, take your left hand back down onto the ground. Square your chest, tuck your right toes. And lift the knee, send the gaze forward, breathe in. Exhale, straighten the front leg, forehead to the knee. Inhale, lunge, gaze forward. Exhale, straight leg, forehead to the knee. One more. Inhale, lunge, gaze forward. Exhale, straight leg, forehead to the knee. And breathe in, come back to your lunge, set your hands, step your left foot back, come into a downward facing dog. And turn your middle fingers out slightly in your down dog. Bring your big toes together and lift the heels. You swivel the heels down to the right. Keep your left hand on the ground. And so the hips are still drawing up and back. Rather than twisting in through the shoulders, we've twisted the pelvis, or we've turned the pelvis. And as you press down into the left hand, you should feel a side body stretch as though you were standing in crescent moon. Come back onto your toes, heels high, and then swivel the heels down to the left, and keep your right hand connected as you draw your hips up, and breathe into your right side body. Keep your left shoulder supported so your left arm is straight, elbow twisting in. And bring yourself back to your toes. With an inhale, come forward to plank pose. Firm the belly, take an inhale. And exhale, lower halfway, elbows to ribs, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. A little warm up, exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, exhale, walk or light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Plant step, jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. One breath in between. And tailbone high. Keep your legs strong, lift your heels. Load the spring. Exhale, walker light hop. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Plant step, jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. One breath in between. Keep the elbows in, shoulders out, lift the heels. Load the spring, exhale, walker hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up, legs draw in. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant step, light hop back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog, left knee, right elbow. Step back into your down dog, right knee, left elbow. Step back into your down dog, take a breath in. Send your heels heavy as you take the breath out. And create space, use your core to lift your hips, look at your hands, step your right foot all the way through. Turn your back heel down, warrior one, inhale, rise up. Hips working square, shoulders stacked on top. And weight into your back heel, so you're lunging from your back heel. Send the breath into the hips, release the low back, feel it lift up through your heart. And relax the jaw on your exhale breath, bring your hands down to the mat. Pivot on your back toe, step back into a plank pose, bring your left knee to your right elbow, and kick out onto your floor. Weight into your left hand, reach your right arm up. So right heel turns down, and then you're rolling the weight into the outer edge of your right foot. And stay strong through your upper back, gaze and right hand down, pivot, slide your left knee back, kick into a three-legged plank. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, step your left foot behind, and you're on the ball of your left foot as you roll your hips up, reach your left arm up and then over your head. And breathe, gaze and left hand come down. Lower the hips and come back around into your down dog press. And weight into the heels, middle fingers out, and then keep lifting out of your palms. And big toes together, lift your heels up. Bend your knees, exhale, walk or hop. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, bend your legs, Utkatasana, arm. And deepen the breath. Feel the constriction of the muscles in the back of your throat. And through the exhale, you can sit back, you can sit down a little bit deeper. And stay in your squat. Bring your fingertips down, touch the ground. Nice. Crawl your fingertips forward, spread your knees, lift your heels. And hands flat, knees above your elbows, set up for crow. Turn your elbows in like chaturanga. Slide the gaze forward, lift one or both feet off the mat. And stay with your breath. On your exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, arms bend. Inhale, upward dog, arms straight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Put it back in your legs. Feel the heels root into the ground. And so it's on the draw as you exhale. The belly comes in. Look forward and step. Left foot in between your hands. Turn your back heel down, hips square, warrior one, inhale, rise. And work the space between the knees so you can roll your bum under. You lift and length. Strengthen your low back to straighten your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands down. Back heel lift, step back into your plank, right knee to your left elbow. Kick it out onto the floor. Weight into your right hand, pivot your left heel down, and then reach your left arm up. And strong upper back, strength like warrior, 2 arms. Gaze and left hand down, pivot your back heel high, kick back, you're in a 3-legged plank. Outer edge of your left foot, step your right toes behind, and on the ball of the foot, now take your right arm up and then reach it over your head. And let the breath indulge the ease and the experience even when you're in a challenging position. Support. And gaze and right hand down, dip the hips, and come back into your downward facing dog. Press the air out of your body, draw through your belly. And lift your heels, load your spring. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Bend the legs. Exhale, reach your arms up. Utkatasana chair. And take the hips back. Notice you're sitting deeper. Keep reaching out through your arms. And fingertips down to the ground. Stay with your squat. Fingertips crawl forward. Lift the heels. Spread the knees apart. Set the hands flat. Knees above your elbows. Elbows in. Gaze forward. Lift one or both feet. And you're back in your crow. On your exhale, step or jump back, elbows to ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, press the arms straight up, dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And feel the space and lift out of your shoulders. Draw your outer ribs in. Inner thighs back, and then little tilt tailbone up. Take your hands, walk them back to your feet. And forward fold A, feet hip width apart, hook your big toes with your peace fingers. And roll your shoulders back, lift halfway, lengthen your heart center forward. And ground down into your feet, and then hinge at the hips. Take the head down, elbows wide. And forward fold B. Take your right hand, slide it underneath your right foot, toes to your wrist. Left hand under your left foot, toes to your wrist. Turn the heels out just a bit. And breathe right down the center belly of your hamstring. Soften the shoulders. And with your exhale, bend your knees, slide your hands out. And then let's go C. Hands behind your bum, interlace your fingers while you're in the forward fold. And chin to your chest, cross your thumbs. Roll your shoulders back and then squeeze the arms straight. Take your knuckles up towards the sky. And thumbs to your bum, bend your arms. And release your grip, bring your hands to the mat. Feel the shoulders, crawl the hands out into a high plank. Legs stay strong, kick back to your heels. And feel the space in your low back, drop the tailbone in, pubic bone towards your chin. Take an inhale. Slow flow, exhale, chaturanga, should feel light. Inhale, tops of the feet, press and roll the shoulders back and up, dog. And exhale, use the upper back, low belly, and lift your hips into your down dog. Take a breath in, lift your right leg up straight and strong. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Straighten your front leg. Slide your chin forward. Take a breath around the outside of your right leg. You can keep the leg straight. Reach your right arm up. If you need to bend your front leg, you've been there. But keep your left leg strong. Kick through the heel. And take your gaze and right hand down. Bend your right leg. Feel the ball of your back foot. Lightly rise, arms up, crescent warrior. And set your tailbone. Bring your left arm under your right arm for eagle arms. And taking it from your lunge. Hey guys, there's a coyote out that way. See it? From your crescent warrior lunge, load your spring to eagle wrap, left leg over your right thigh. And draw your outer shins together, sit your tailbone down. Elbows up, shoulders away from your ears, press your palms together. And feel your standing leg as you inhale, rise, lift your left knee up. Step your left foot back 3 to 4 feet and both legs straight. And bring your hands onto your hips. And square your waist forward like you would in Warrior One. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips back as you hinge. Bring your chest forward and down. And shoulders away from your ears, elbows wide. And keep your back foot down like that Warrior One leg. And belly in, now fold, hands to the mat. And forehead coming down towards your knee. And breathe into your hamstring. And feel the back heel heavy. Use the arms. Inhale, pull your heart through, shoulders back. And as you exhale, fold. Pivot on your back toes. Step your right foot back. Make your way into a plank pose. And keep getting lighter and lighter. Take an inhale. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your legs. Keep them sealed. Press through your right palm. Lift out of your shoulder and take your left arm up all the way over your head to extend. Keep lifting your bottom hip. Let that take your top leg up. And so now you've got space in between your legs. Left arm reaching over your head for 5, 4, 3, 2. Legs together, left arm up. Keep the belly strong, gaze and left hand down. High plank, take a breath in. Lift your bum back into your downward facing dog. And feel down the right side of your body and from your hand to your right heel. You might feel a little bit longer. Right foot stays. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left foot, step all the way through. Feel your feet. Inhale, rise, reach up, crescent warrior. And set your lunge, less grip in your jaw and your toes. Eagle wrap, right arm under your left arm. And bind your forearms. And broad through your back, keep your ribs in. Focus, little bend to your right knee on your exhale. And bring your right knee through, eagle wrap, right leg over your left thigh. And sit back and down. Slide your elbows up. And feel your standing leg, rise up, lift your right knee. Step back 3 to 4 feet, both legs straight. Unwrap your arms, hands to your hips. Proud chest, inhale, feel the back heel. Exhale, hinge, chest forward. And shoulders back. You should already feel the hamstring as you come halfway down. Connect to your back heel. And live in your breath. Feel the energy in your chest. And on your exhale, take your hands down. And forehead to your knee. And feel the belly of your left hamstring. Should feel good. Soften the neck. Little turn, chin side to side. You see how much space you're feeling and the acceptance of where you are without projecting energy around where you're going. Hands to the mat, bend your front leg, pivot your back heel high, step back into your high plank, high push-up. Slow flow, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And come forward into your plank, roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Stack your right leg, keep the squeeze, and take your right arm up all the way over your head, feel your side body. And by lifting your bottom hip, now you can lift your top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, legs together, reach your right arm up. Breath control, bring your gaze and right hand down. Pivot into your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. And 3 breaths in your dog. On your next inhale, lift the heels up. Bend the knees, exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, bend your legs, lift your left knee into your chest. One-legged chair, left ankle to your right thigh, figure 4. You lift the back of the heart. And use your arms to balance. Arms stay straight, palms together in front, back of your left hand to the sole of your left foot. And tack it in, bend your standing leg a little bit more. Okay, now keep bending your standing leg, turn your thumbs into your heart center, and then continue to twist left elbow into the sole of your left foot. And palms together, gaze softens one spot. Use the upper back, inhale, chest to center. And exhale, rise all the way up, lift the knee, and step your left foot down onto the ground. Inhale, arms over your head, keep the arms up. All the weight into your right foot, take your left leg and kick it straight back behind you. As you hinge, lead with your heart. Bring your palms together in front of your chest. You're floating out of your right hip. And start to turn your left hip open into half moon. Right arm comes down. Fingertips can touch the ground for more stability. Or you can float the right fingertips as you reach through your top arm. You're ready. And feel your standing leg, both hands down onto the ground. And so you can work in your standing splits. Now you can play with your press practice or jump switch. Lift your right heel. Hands down, elbows in. Exhale, jump switch. Or that left leg keeps drawing up. Right knee into your chest. And you work the press practice into a handstand. Right foot down, bring your left foot next to your right foot. Big toes together, soften your chin, flutter your lips, release your neck and your shoulders. Nice, take one breath as you exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bend your legs, sit into a lift your right knee, one-legged chair. Figure 4, right ankle to your left thigh. And then play in the standing legs. So you're dealing with the outer hips. You need the space through your inner thighs. And the awareness of your upper back, and so you're not dumping the weight into your lower back. Arms straight out in front, palms together. Back of your right hand into the sole of your right foot. Okay, now that will help you play in bending your standing leg more. As you bend your standing leg, hands to your heart, and then we're twisting further, right elbow to the sole of your right foot. Draw back to center, square the chest. As you rise, exhale, lift the right knee, step your feet down together. Awesome. Inhale, arms up, keep them up. Weight into your left foot, slide your right leg, kick it back. Warrior 3, lead with your heart. Left thigh lifts you out of your hip. And then we open the right hip, half moon. Left fingertips can ground or hover. Make sure you're not dumping any weight into that left hip crease. Use your quad. Kick through your heels, reach through your top arm. Nice. Ground the left hand. Bring your right hand down onto the mat. Standing splits. And hands ground, elbows in. You can lift your left heel. And through the exhale, play with your jump switch. Or elbows in. Right leg keeps lifting high. And stack the hips over your shoulders. Left knee to the chest. You can work your press practice into a handstand. Left foot down onto the mat. Right foot down onto the mat. Little bend to your knees. Release the head. Soften the chin. Take a breath here. And together, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Hey, let's work the sun B. Inhale, arms up, bend your legs, sit into your chair. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant step, hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, step through. Back heel down, inhale, warrior 1, rise. Exhale, dive, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, step, left foot through. Right heel down, inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, dive, step back, Chaturanga, flow. Inhale, upward facing dog, press. Exhale, lift your hips, great job. Downward facing dog, breathe. Acceptance and to be right where we are. Simple. And yet a process at that. Let the breath create that layer of support, and so that when you encounter the challenging moments, and you're able to stay with it on your mat all the way through. Step your left foot in between your hands. Walk your hands around to the right. And so your wide legs and your forward fold. Plug the inner thighs back. Feel your tailbone elongate away from your heart, going in the opposite direction. And shoulders away from your ears. And lead with your chest, and then start to walk your hands back. And fingertips in line with your toes. Okay, wider stance if you're tighter in your hamstrings. And then start to bring the top of your head to the mat. Okay, weight into your hands, inner thighs, and the legs start to rise. And start to separate your feet, point your toes. Feel the hands as the feet come down. Walk the hands forward. Press your head off the ground. And straight arms, flat back, heel, toe your feet in a little bit closer. And set your right hand below your face. Right arm straight, take your left arm up into the twist, shoulders away from your ears. Your right shoulder head into the socket. And feel your legs, feel the flat back. Reach through your top arm. And bring your gaze and left hand down, replace. Left hand flat, and reach your right arm up. Right shoulder, left shoulder away from the ear, neck is long out of your shoulder girdle. Reach through your top arm. And bring your gaze and right hand down. And turn your heels in, point your big toes out, and then start to bend your legs, rock the weight into your heels. Take your left hand to your inner right thigh. Right hand to your inner right thigh. Shoulders shrug into your ears, and then let your chin settle down towards your chest. And straighten your left leg, straighten your right leg, move the hips side to side. You should feel some nice spacious breaths in the cavity of your chest. Bring your hips back to center, roll your shoulders down, gaze forward, and then stand all the way up, hands to your hips. And turn your left toes in, point your right toes out, or I'll mirror you. And so you can turn your left toes out as I'm mirroring you, and then bend into your left leg. Open the arms up into Warrior Two. Observe the balance of your breath and space and calm through your mind even as you work your body deeply. Straighten your left leg out and then reach your left arm out over your left shin and bring your hand down to your shin, to your ankle, or to the mat outside of your foot. And top arm reaches up, rib cage rotating as you roll your tailbone down. And feel your back heel press down. Inhale, rise up. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out. And bend into your right leg, Warrior Two. And gaze out over your right wrist. Notice how you're not gripping the practice like we used to. We all used to. I say that in a general yet specific way. As we learn to activate opening up this power channel through the midline of our body, everything starts to unravel, and then yet we feel in that precision of it all coming back. Straighten your right leg and reach your right arm out over your shin, and then take your hand down onto your shin, ankle, or outside your foot onto the mat. And top arm is up. Feel the rotation through your rib cage and draw your tailbone under. your back heel, inhale, ground to rise back up. You're floating. Exhale, turn your toes in. Facing the sideline of your mat, big breath, inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, dive, forward fold, hands through your heart. And bring your hands onto the mat, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, crawl your hands back to your right foot and pivot square. Step back into your downward facing dog. And so your inner thighs should feel really open. And so you can activate pressing your left heel down. Hover your right foot 2 inches off the ground. Keep your right leg straight. And then feel it as light as it can be as you lift it up into a 3-legged dog. Step your right foot to the middle of your mat. Bring the weight into your right foot. Lift your left leg straight. Come up to your fingertips, supported warrior 3. And left fingertips stay down. Reach your right hand back. Curl your left heel in. And then grab for the outside of your foot, ankle, or shin. And turn your left knee in. So I can always bend my standing leg. Get to the upper back. And then slowly begin to rise into our twisted dancer's pose. As you experience the ease, this is the beauty, the balance between the effort and the ease. Kick into your right hand, reach up through your left wrist, and play with the edge of your expression for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly rise, listen, keep the hand on your foot, and bring your left hand down in front. And place your left foot to your inner thigh, tree pose. Standing leg, firm it into your left foot, and bring your hands to your heart center. This practice has really float us up into this space and acceptance and through our heart and to our minds. And the beauty of connecting your head into your heart. All empowered through your belly. Take your arms up, express your tree. And palms together, you can hook your thumbs. And then start to lift heart center. Inhale your left knee forward. Exhale, step, feet down. Inhale, arms up, easiest flow. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Don't force it. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant press, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through your upward facing dog. Exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Clear breath, legs straight, inner thighs are long and strong. Right heel heavy. Firm your hands, hover your left toes an inch off the ground. And so now you know where it's coming from. Once you know where it's coming from, then the mind is far less likely to make any excuses. Start to lift your left leg up. And keep it light, little to no grip in the outer hip. Step your left foot to the middle of your mat. Transfer the weight, float your right leg. Now come up to your fingertips, supported warrior 3. Heart through, shoulders away from your ears. And curl the right heel into your bum. Reach your left hand back, grab for the outside of your foot, ankle. You can bend that standing leg, get to your upper back. And from your inner thigh, start to rise, come all the way up. And right arm reaches high. And set your gaze forward on one spot. Anywhere from here, twisted dancer's pose, kick into your left hand. Breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly rise. Keep the hand on the foot. Bring your right hand down in front And place your right foot to your left inner thigh for tree. And standing legs, squeeze that inner thigh back into your foot. Bring your hands to your heart. And wonderful lightness. Take your arms over your head, hook your thumbs. And then go ahead and lift your gaze up towards your hands. And bring your hands to your heart center. Turn your right knee forward. Exhale, step your right foot down. No force. Inhale, reach your arms up. All breath and prana. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant step, jump back or press, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through your upward facing dog. And exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale, travel forward to your high plank. And feel your legs connect to your back and begin to lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, chest down. Untuck your toes, curl your right heel in. Reach your right hand back, grab the inside of your right ankle or shin. Use that, curl your left heel in, and then reach your left hand back, grab the inside. It's going to feel a little funky in your shoulders. And draw your knees in, turn your heels in as you kick the ankles into the hands. And let that open your chest. Soften your chin, don't worry about looking up. With your exhale, go ahead and soften down. And slide the hands out. Arms by your sides. Turn your right cheek down onto the ground. Feel that breath in your chest. Really good. And then switch. Turn your left cheek onto the ground. Bring your chin back to the mat. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. And belly in. Make your way back to a child's pose. Hips to your heels. Your knees can spread. Bum to your heels. Forehead down onto the mat, please. And round out these breaths. If you can take it to a 10-second inhale, 10-second exhale, go for it. And cover the head. Keep your hips back on your heels. Take your left arm behind your right armpit and slide your left hand out. Turn to your left cheek. Let the weight come down and to expand the shoulder and the upper back. Use the right hand, lift the head, slide your left arm out. And bring your left hand forward. Take your right arm behind your left armpit. And let's expand around the right shoulder and the upper back. You can turn your head. A few deep breaths here. Use your left hand, hover your head, bring your right arm out in front. And crawl both of your hands into your knees. Bring your knees in a little bit closer as you sit onto your shins. If this is just too uncomfortable, you can always sit cross-legged. Take a beat, head above your heart. Ears stacked on top of your shoulders. Close the eyes. The courage and to accept right where we are. And literally, as I was saying that, I had a bee kiss the top of my head. We've had a coyote come out right in front of us, hummingbirds, and then a bee kiss the top of the head. We'll take it. And come forward onto all fours. Swing your feet around in front. Ain't nothing like getting yourself out in some good old nature. Straighten your legs, reach under, pull out the fleshy part of your bum. You can always bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale so you can grab for the feet. If you can hold on to the feet and then pull the back of the knees down, lift the back of your heart up. Feel that stretch, the lower third of your spine first. Engage with your belly. Paschimottanasana is an active seated forward fold. And so use the legs, draw with the belly, and then stretch across the back as you take your hands over the feet. Elbows turning down in that direction. And feel the breath and the broadness in through your back body. With your inhale, lift your heart up. And relax the eyes, slide the hands off the feet. Scoot your bum forward. And go ahead and make your way down onto your back. Final twist, and then we'll come into our final resting position of Shavasana. Once you lie down, you notice the energy has shifted from a tight chest or just that energy in the chest in relation to the future into just the space, the openness, and the acceptance. And it's so beautiful to be where we are. Take your left leg over your right leg. And hips can slide to the left as you exhale. Roll your knees down to the right. And feel any residual tension that you may be carrying in your spine. All these flows, every time we practice, they are pretty well full body flows. You're touching almost every single part of your body, and with breath and action, movement, and stillness. And gaze to center, roll yourself through your hips back to center. And switch, right leg over your left leg, and scoot your hips over to the right. And let your knees come down to the left. And final twist. And gaze back to center and then roll your hips. Uncross your legs. Bring both knees into your chest, please. And hands onto your shins. Keep your low back flat. And then we can curl the forehead up towards the knees. Reach the arms all the way around the shins. Give yourself a nice big squeeze this morning. And bring the head down. Release the legs long. And set up to let it all hit you right in your chest this morning. In the most beautiful and sometimes profound ways. We really take the energy of forcing the practice physically out. We allow so much more and to develop and to become clear and from the inside of our practice, from the relationship with our breath and the observation and non-attachment of our thoughts, the understanding of our emotions. They always make sense if you can just insert that tiniest little pause for the brain and to consciously connect. The emotions always make sense. And then letting your flow bring you right into this moment, this feeling. Always a pleasure to be able to share the practice with you all. And thank you for being on the mat. And, when something unravels inside of you, give it some room to breathe. And just like you do the mind when you're in a challenging position, you don't have to figure everything out right now. And sometimes things appear and then you sit with them for a period of time. Enjoy your Shavasana. Enjoy your day. Okay? Sending all this love, all this peace, and from nature your way. And I look forward to seeing you all this evening for detox. And tomorrow morning for another flow. And be well, everyone. Namaste.